Demands for restructuring have been loud and insistent in the last few weeks. Some Nigerians have articulated their displeasure on the way the country is being run and calling for a rearrangement of the system of governance in the country. However, restructuring means different things to different people. So we spoke with some lawmakers to get their thoughts on what the term means and how the country can go about it.
The word restructuring means different things, and I think that's why it's so controversial. Because one person says we need to restructure Nigeria, he's talking in terms of maybe going back to the old regional structure. Another person says we need to restructure Nigeria, he's talking maybe in terms of true federalism. Another person says we need to restructure Nigeria, he's talking maybe in terms of the revenue distribution and revenue generation system that we have. Another person says we need to restructure Nigeria. He's talking in terms of appointments, the way appointments are carried out, and the discretion in the distribution of appointments. You know, different things. Different people have different things that they understand when they say restructuring. So it is difficult for any one person to define restructuring for the entire country. But what I think that the majority of our citizens are agreed upon is that there are things we can do to make this country run better, more efficient, fairer, just, and effective for the broad majority of our citizens who are not seeing that benefit of being a Nigerian. They want to see more. They want to get more out of Nigeria. They feel that Nigeria can do more, provide more, better security, better access to healthcare, better infrastructure. How do we make things better? We need to make the way the country is running more efficient and more productive. How do we achieve that? I think that's the conversation that Nigerians want to have. It has to be handled by the National Assembly because constitutionally, there's really no other means by which we can legally, tamper with or change the way things are done in this country without enabling laws or without amending our constitution or without making some structural changes. And the only body that can do that legally in this country is the National Assembly.
For me, when you say restructuring, I would say yes, we need to restructure this country. And how do we restructure the country? We need to look at the constitution and see how it's couched and look at these clauses that are not favorable to the interests of Nigerians. And you agree with me that the world is not static. It is constantly changing. Now, so as the people change, or as development comes in, civilization comes in, then people will agitate for how they want to be governed. Yes. And in that case, we need to restructure. The constitution we have today, most of the clauses are outdated. We need to amend them. And that is why in the National Assembly today, we have the Constitutional Review Committee. Now, the first question I want to ask is, we were elected by the Nigerian people. Now the question is, do they have confidence in us? Is the electoral process that brought us to power, do they have confidence in it? How was the election? Do they have confidence in the election body, that is the organization that is saddled with the responsibility of electing people? These are all questions that we must ask before we now say, now, you have elected representative. If you have believed in the process that brought about these people to be your representative, then you should also believe in their ability to carry out what and how the people want to be governed.
The restructuring means correcting the inequalities or the reality on ground. Let me give you an example. At the risk of offending some of my colleagues from the South, where somebody from Bayelsa State or River State, they will be taking 45 billion. And my own state will be taking 4 billion with higher population, with every other thing, that we've been finding it difficult to even get extra money to be able to fund our state university. I don't believe in that. In as much as I agree, you say they produce the oil. Before the advent of oil, the other people were producing cocoa, they were producing the granite. And it was this money that was used to explore the oil. There can be a little bit small gap, but not that percentage. the inequality is too much. And that is why people are clamoring that, look, no, let's revisit it. Let me give you another funny example. I'm a senator. I have 13 local government with a population of about 3 million, 3.1 million. My deputy is from Bayelsa. He has only 2 local government he's representing. The whole of Bayelsa have 7 local government, and their population is less than 1 million. But the constitution said 3 per state. So as big as you are, you have to share it into 3, because out of the 33 local government, 13, 9, 11. That's the way my own state was divided. But the truth of the matter, no. But my problem is not even about the structure. My problem is the sincerity of Nigerians.
Now, this is where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of The Gavel. If you have any views on any of the issues discussed, please email us on thegavel@channelstv.com. Thank you for staying with us, and see you again next week.